Welcome to Haunted Horizons GhostCast with Alison Osborne, Craig Cameron and Kag from Haunted Horizons.
So, as normal, I can't get in. Why can't I add myself, Kag? There we go. Everything's going swimmingly for 2021. This is how it's
double echo.
This is how it's starting. 2021. Forgot to put the volume on for the introduction.
All good.
Hello, everybody. And,
hello. That was hilarious.
Our New Year's resolution was let's make it more professional.
Yes. And we failed at first hurdle. It was great.
Totally failed on it. So there you
go.
That
is hilarious.
That was awesome. So hello, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Well, we're trying to tippy toe into it really carefully.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah. It's just year. It's not really Happy New. It's just year.
At the moment, yes.
Yeah, just doing year.
Probably
it's
the best way.
It's the safest.
Best way to handle it, really, I think.
Damo, you should be in charge of this, love, because you've got to do a lot better job than Alison's doing. It's all good.
What's worse, guys, is I've been trying to find as much as I can for you. So I've been looking for highlights and video footage. I have so much video footage, Kag, that we haven't even gone through yet. That yes. Anyway, so I'm going to get Kag to talk because I am looking over here because I am actually looking at my other screen, which we are going to be.
Oh, are you?
Mm-hmm. But I just have to find the things I want to share. We got some video footage. We're going to look at the year because everybody's had a bit of a. Well, it's been a weird year, hasn't it? I think it's sort of even before the end of January. It was like. It's like
yeah. It was a year. It was year of ups and downs, major roller coaster. Yeah, the year that should not be named. Oh yes, the year that should not be named.
This is kind of how the year went, really, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm sure the rest of it happened while we weren't looking, but that's kind of summed up. That kind of summed up 2020.
No, it did. That is so true.
So, but hopefully we're kind of tippy-toeing into 2021. What do you think 2021 is going to bring? And we're just going to be casual tonight, guys. Join in, have a chat with us. Cheers. I am actually.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse you? Are you having a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, hold on just a minute.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is a New Year thing. Is that water?
No, it's my it's a G&T with my fractions. Wasn't missing out on the drink.
Rosemary, we probably just missed it erupting, but I'm sure it would have done.
Yes.
I'm sure 2020 would have done that if it could. So, But cheers. We are having a drink tonight. We don't usually drink on GhostCast, but because it's the year, it's still kind of coming to the end of the season. We're going bugger off 2020.
Yeah, bugger off 2020.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Feels good. So
that's nice.
But I thought we'd look at our year because I know it's been a really bad year, and you've had bad things happen this year. I think we've all had ups and downs, and it's like it hasn't been the best year. But I guess it's how you embrace the year, how you get through it. And I think the human race has actually kind of adapted fairly well for a massive, major change in our lives. I don't know, it just seems to become part of our life now, hasn't it, for people? And by the way, guys, what's the sound like? Can I ask what the sound is like? So
Can I just say, Damo, you need a drink after your day, love. He's had somebody traipsing around the outside of his house today. Whilst he was having a bit of yes, thankfully he's got one of those cameras, so
that's not good.
Stay safe, matey.
Yeah. Actually, I just found this photo, Kag. Remember this one? Hang on.
Oh yeah. The plague one.
We must have known. We must have known what was going to happen. We were already getting ready for the plague.
We were.
Photograph. We must have knew.
Oh gosh, that was at Ian.
Im. Yeah.
Im.
How do you pronounce it? We both had an argument on that.
Yeah, I call it. I call it Ian.
And I call it
Im. But it's actually cream. It's Im after cream. That's where the plague was.
And that's where the Black Death was in England. So it's one of the major outlying Derbyshire towns, which is actually close to where I used to live.
Mm-hmm. And not far from where I used to live.
It's another pandemic. It's like, and I guess we're living through history. I guess that's one way to look at it, is that, I suppose, like 100 years ago when the Spanish flu went through, and before that was TB, or the White Death, that went through. And then the Black Death before that. And I guess, the whole thing will be remembered in history. And I suppose one way to look at it, we're part of that history.
Mm. I can remember being at school and wondering what we were going to be doing in the year 2000 and where we would be. And I never thought, that a few years later we'd be seeing us go through a pandemic like we have been doing and still are.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, who would have thought in 2020 when we're doing the New Year's Eve and we're all like, yay, great year, it's going to be better, bugger off 2019. Nobody saw this one coming. Nobody. No. So the year's had its up and down, and I thought we'd try and stay on the positive side, because I think there's so much doom and gloom about 2020. And, we don't know what 2021 is going to bring. We're all hailing in 2021, but whether it's going to be any better or not, we don't know.
And it's not starting very well, is it?
It's not really promising, is it, at the moment? It's
no. And I've still not heard back from my brother, who's not very well.
Yeah, your brother has lost his taste and his smell, hasn't he?
Smell, yeah, and he's back in the UK, so he's had a COVID test. I'm waiting to hear back from him, but
which isn't good.
No.
So it's all very, no whinging that life's boring, Shane. No, definitely not. It's
no. It's been anything but boring.
It certainly has. But we've not done. I mean, basically, it started back in March for us, really. So I remember you and we had to cancel all the tours.
No, hold on, wait a minute. Can we just rephrase that?
Okay, we'll go back to January. January. What happened in January? It was all quite good in January. We heard about
February wasn't too bad. March came along. I cancelled all the tours. Can we just get that one right?
You did.
I cancelled.
I was in the room.
Yes, you just weren't able to talk at the time.
I might have been crying at the time,
and we might have both sobbed at some point. But I was the one that cancelled the tours.
Yeah.
You were doing the other paperwork.
I was doing the other stuff.
Whilst we're both going through a box of tissues, it's all good.
Yeah,
and drinking.
It took quite a while to do that, because there was a lot of tours and we didn't know. In fact, we had to cancel every tour we had on the books.
Yeah,
because we thought we were going to be out for months, absolutely months. So we cancelled all that, and we cried a lot that day.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't know how Haunted Horizons was going to survive, because we still had all the bills to pay every month, and people don't realise the overheads continue for a business.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've got no income to pay that, then it's got to be a big decision. Do you shut down or do you keep going and just hold on there? So, and I guess for me, 2020 was a turning year. It was a year that we adapted, we changed direction, and we survived. And, you know, I know a lot of businesses that haven't survived and people who run them that have just had to give them away. And I think we have been in such a lucky position. Definitely. I don't know how you feel that.
I don't think it's anything to do with luck. I think it's the fact you always prepared for something strange, not as strange as what's been happening, but you always prepared for that. Yeah. And I think you've grown stronger over the years, and you dealt with it really well. And we knew, okay, this is what we're going to do. Now, what can we do to try and help the business, even though we're closed down?
Yeah.
And we all put our heads together, didn't we? And we had a bit of a talk. What could we do next?
I'm going to bring up.
So we started doing some bit of Kag and Alison, didn't we? Going out and about as well.
Well, we thought we could catch up with that. And for those who don't know Kag and Alison, why don't you know about Kag and Alison?
Exactly.
A tourism thing that we do, but we do it because we're two middle-aged ladies that never grew up.
Exactly.
And we've always done Kag and Alison, haven't we?
That's been going for years, isn't it, Kag and Alison?
It has, but we just usually do it when we're overseas. And that was the other thing. It was, I don't know. Oh, actually, I can bring up Kag and Alison. There you go. If you haven't seen Kag and Alison, you definitely need to be over there. I'm just going to change our screens. There we go. So, basically, yep, it's just two ladies who never grew up. And we were going to do this whole tourism thing. We'd been out because we were still allowed to go out and investigate, weren't we?
Yes.
So we thought, well, if we can investigate, that's great. We'll go out and not exercise, sorry. We'll go out and we'll exercise and do some filming while we're out exercising was the idea. So we did go out and do some filming. But I think these are the guys that really kept us going, because we also decided that we would try and do live streaming. So rather than lose Haunted Horizons completely and lose all the interest in Haunted Horizons, we decided we would go out. We were still allowed out one person down to our venues. So Zed Ward and Adelaide Jail still allowed us down there, didn't it?
Yeah.
And as long as it was just one of us, because technically it was our workplace and there was nobody else on site. So we thought, okay, well, I still want to investigate, so I'll go down with you lot. This is where everything changed for us, I think. And that helped us grow our Patreon page. And these are the guys, I'm going to say these are the guys, if you haven't joined our Patreon page, this is the group page for Patreons. And these guys who became Patreons, who subscribed, they kept Haunted Horizons afloat. So all these stuff that we have on here, we have so much stuff. It's like live streams. It's very interactive. It's different from Haunted Horizons. We're a lot more relaxed on there. As you can see, fractions, you name it, we do it. We also do a lot of live streams on here that you wouldn't get. We've also got Paranormal Quest and
Paranormal Encounters and Amy's Crypt.
Amy's Crypt. So it kind of made us. I meant to do it. I've been meaning to do that for years, and I kept saying, "Oh, we haven't got the software for it. We haven't got the resources to do it." And I guess the pandemic forced our hand, didn't it?
Yes. Yeah. And we needed to do something for us as well to actually keep us sane, because we're so used to being.
Ian, I drink. Ian, cheers. Don't we all do pandemic?
We do. But we needed something for ourselves, didn't we? Because we needed to keep ourselves, because we're so used to being busy. I mean, you're a workaholic. I do a lot in the background, and then we gone from that to actually nothing to do, and it was like we needed to do something. We needed to keep ourselves going.
We did. I think that's actually, there you go, Patreon. And for tour booking. Forgot to put that on. Yeah. So we started doing that, and we we do these places with our tours, and I thought we'd cover some of our highlights with not just pushing how we've changed and what we're doing, but I thought we'd look at some of the individual ghost stories, some of the things that we did and got up to and the highlights of it, and some of the places we did. Because not only that, when we came back from that, we then started to do the on the road. We decided, well, tours are back, and they came back very quickly, didn't they?
They did.
They came back a bit quicker than we expected. We thought we were going to be out for months, and I think we were back by the end of May. 1st of June we were back. So it wasn't from March until June. It wasn't that long. I'm just trying to find our banner. So there we go. Bring that up. And then we started this one. So Haunted Horizons Live on the Road Ghost Hunt. So what we tried, because we thought, well, everybody's struggling. We enjoy doing the live streaming now. Everybody's struggling. Tourism businesses needed helping and highlighting, like pubs and hospitality and anything to do with tourism. So we decided that we kind of start this new project, and we called it Haunted Horizons Live for the live streaming and on the road. So it was kind of free on Haunted Horizons. Obviously the subscribers got extra, and we went to some really interesting places. None of them really were there to do tours. It wasn't intentional to do tours at these places. It was just being able to take you to these places, and also, you can go back during the day, go and have a meal or something like that. So, and that really hit the news. We got into the advertising, and kind of embraced by the media because we were trying to help. And we've been to some invited to some cool places. Before we go into those places, I might just play some of the highlights from when we were just doing our live streams during COVID. So,
I hope you're paying a certain one, because the amount of times it's been mentioned on here.
What's that? Let's play, guys. I know where you're going with that, for all you that are watching. We will get to that at the end. All right? Mm-hmm. Yes, I have included it. Two of them. All right? You should be satisfied. You know who you are. Elizabeth's balls. You love Elizabeth. Well, yeah, Elizabeth had balls. So things were pretty tense. So I'd be going into the jail, and I'll tell you something. I don't know, Kag, did you ever go down on your own? I can't remember.
I have been down on my own, yeah.
When nobody else is there.
When you're locking and unlocking, it's no problem whatsoever. But when you are doing a live investigation by yourself in the jail, it is one of the creepiest places you can be, isn't it?
It is very different, especially if it kicks off.
Hi, Colleen. We've got a Colleen from the jail as well.
Oh, Colleen. Hello. We love you. We really do. We're just rambling. And we're just about to play the jail, Colleen. So, look, this one, I'm going to play a clip, and you're going to see how tense I am. In fact, there's 2 clips. It's back to back. So the government was really good. I talked to the jail and said, look, while we're on COVID, shut down, are we allowed, if we come down one at a time, only one person, nobody else there, can we do some live streaming for our page just to keep everything kind of running and interested and stuff like that? And there was one particular night that I went down there and I set everything up in the Adelaide jail, and I was in what we call the new building, and I'd set myself up under the gallows. Now, for those who've never been to the Adelaide jail, we did 45 executions in that jail, and I was sitting on the gallows with all the equipment, getting ready, and I have never heard the jail as noisy as it was. I'm only going to play about a minute and a half, and you're going to see how on edge I am. And I think I do actually, a bit later on, most of the subscribers would have seen it. There might have been an F word come out mine. We have an unspoken thing, don't we, Kag? If I just say the sh word, people know things are getting tense. All right? If I drop the F-bomb, they know shit's getting real. It's like...
Oh, yes.
Now, it did get real, and I did drop that. I'm not going to play that bit. But this is just the little beginning of it. So I hope you can hear the sounds. I don't know how the audio is going to translate. But here you go. This is me in the jail on my own. I've just gone live. I've gone live quicker than I should have because things were going down. So let me just do this. I'm just going to put you on... Oh, maybe I'll leave you up, Kag.
The whole time I've been setting up, that music box has not gone off once. Yeah, the knocks have stopped. Oh, there you go.
So you got the knocks.
Like somebody walking around. Oh, shit.
Look at my face.
You hear that? All right, I'm officially crapping myself. There is somebody moving around in this building.
Don't know if you're hearing it. Oh, there.
Yes.
It's almost like heavy breathing as well.
Is everybody hearing these sounds? Because I'm just...
Oh, so that was that one. You can see that I'm almost not breathing. I'm not breathing because I'm listening. And it's like, what you miss is me saying my only way out of here is through the building where the noises were coming from. And they didn't just stop with that. You could hear footsteps. You could hear almost like somebody had run I don't know, something down the metal railings as well. And I think, did you make it out alive? I'm still here, Ian, still here. It was just one of the most sometimes I went in to do live streams for you and there was nothing. It was boring. And I'm like going, oh God, please, something happen. So there's lots of times we didn't get anything. But that night, you can see I was officially, as I said, crapping myself. This is a big jail. I'm in it on my own because nobody else is allowed there. And at one point I said, Kag, are you watching? Do you want to come down? So,
can you remember what date that was? Doesn't matter. Just a month would probably do.
It would have been, we'd just shut down. I just got permission, either the end of March or beginning of April. It was one of our early ones there.
Right.
Probably, I'm guessing about end of March, April for that one. So, hi, Hannah and Kay.
Hello.
If we're not saying hello to people, it's not because we're being rude. It's just we are kind of, we've got so much and kind of keep interrupting to say hi is really distracting when we're trying to talk and show things. So, but we do also hello. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, the second bit. So I decided this time, and this is when we went back, Kag. We'd just come back with the tours. I was down there with my husband. Michael was outside. He was signing the guests in. So again, this would be around about end of May, maybe June for this one, I believe, if my dates are right. And I had decided, well, Michael was getting ready for the tour. I'd take you all on a little walk around and kind of give you some history of the place. It was never meant to be a ghost thing. It was just about history of the place to give you lot a grounding of the jail, and maybe you'd want to come and visit it during the day or something. So now I just walked into the new building and I was just about to tell a funny story about a cell when this happened. So
that was for about 5 minutes at the end of a ghost tour. And I had a family who came, mother, husband and son. Now, the husband and son, they didn't really want to be here. They'd be mucking around the hole. Hell. I'm not sure what that one was because that door's wide open. Sorry, I got distracted from that story.
It wasn't even windy that night.
Oh, that was loud.
That was loud, and you could hear the door, the squeak of the doors.
Different directions. We had a bang from in there, we had a bang from in there, and the other bang was from down here. Just when I have to go and do a tour, guys. It's always the way, isn't it? Are you here tonight, sir?
Notice it's not banging at the moment until I ask a question.
If you're here tonight, I'm going to be bringing a tour through. Yeah, it was 3 times, Robert. Have you lost me, Debbie? Is everybody getting me or not? So if that's you, can you slam another door? Just to let me know. Oh, no.
Right on cue. Right on cue.
Thank you.
And that was me going, what? Really?
And then, that was right on asking. And no, Michael is outside doing the guests because they're turning up. So there is absolutely nobody else in here. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
That was good. That was cool.
It wasn't windy on both of those times. It's sometimes it can be really loud and bangy and everything else. And then actually, I do believe who's on. I think Ian. Ian was there for a really. Was it you, Ian? That brought the bait, and everything went off. Ian actually brought. I did a private tour for Ian. I think it was you, Ian. Let me know. I'm old. My brain goes. I'm pretty sure it was you. If it's not, I've just dropped the wrong person in it. So I basically did a tour, and they brought I think he was 11, so he was too young that we could put him on the adult tour. So I came along and we did a younger tour, and it went off. Oh my God, it wasn't windy. That building was just bang, bang, bang. I think that was the tour we saw a figure down the end of B Wing by the door. Wasn't you, Ian? Sorry. There's another gentleman then. So basically, I went down the hallway. We saw a figure down there. So me and this gentleman went down there to go and see what it was. And I got hit. I don't know if you've ever had this. Have you ever heard an ultrasonic dog whistle? You know, when the silent dog whistles, you can still hear that pitch. It's very, very high. So I'm walking down there, and I got towards the second cell before the end of B Wing when suddenly I actually flinched. It was that loud, but it was like an ultrasonic dog whistle had just been blown in my ear. And as I'm doing that, I looked across, and the guy that was with me was flinching as well. And I said, "Are you all right?" He said, "I've just had a very high-pitched, like ultrasonic sound in my ear." It's like, well, it wasn't just me then. That was really weird. Really weird. So, since there's a gentleman. But you were in the jail. What happened when you did the live stream? You remember, because we took it in turns. You went in to do a live stream.
Yeah. Well, can I just say, because Damo's on, I don't know if Damo, before we actually before Damo started working for us, we went in there one time into the new building, and all hell was kicking off. We had doors slamming, footsteps, and all sorts. I don't know if Damo remembers that one, but yeah, I went in it was my turn to go down to the jail to do a live feed. I took Tom with me. Tom was the security guard, and I was standing in the new building by the stairs doing a live feed, and we're having some weird things going off. Not an awful lot, and then we're having people reporting, hearing your voice coming through, which was unusual because you're at Taylor, which is an hour up the freeway. So that was a bit weird.
Yes, we were doing a 3-way live stream. Craig was at Zedward, you were at the jail, and I was at Taylor. And everybody listening, and you could hear my voice.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not there. But it's started mimicking, hasn't it? We've had that jail.
Yeah. We have, and you think you've been there since 2002? So if they're going to mimic anybody,
I've been there since the jail was built.
Yeah, exactly.
1841, wasn't it?
1841.
I remember good old Governor Ashton.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you were like that, you and Governor Ashton.
I was. He was a lovely man. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did he ever tell you where they buried the bodies that they've lost?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I know. You're just keeping it secret. That's all right.
The jail just needs to do some digging up. They'll find them. I know where they are.
Good. I'm pleased about that.
Yeah, because our guides, because Craig and Peter and whatnot stopped wearing or stopped using 2-ways, didn't they? Because when we got 2 or 3 guides working a team, we go in different directions, and we tend to stay with 2-ways. So heck, it's very loud.
It didn't mean to be. It's supposed to be on silent. It is on silent. That's weird. Hold on.
So basically, they stopped wearing 2-ways because, like, Craig would get Peter's voice coming through his 2-way saying, "Hey, we've got a problem over here. Can you come over?" So because he's not allowed to leave his tour, we're not allowed to leave our tours. He has to pack up all the equipment, get his tour together, and then bring the whole tour across to Peter to see if he's all right, to find Peter hasn't even called in, or vice versa. So whatever it is seems to mimic our voices. It's mimicked my voice. It's mimicked their voices. It's really weird. Really weird.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and our equipment. We've had our equipment as well.
Yeah,
so.
We have, yeah. Now, Jenny says, any chance of a list of dates of the Wild Nights, the sites? Well, we'd have to go through them, wouldn't we? I mean, our diaries, we always put a diary up. So the diaries would probably give people an
idea.
Yeah. So there you go. What other experiences have you had at the jail? We're going to move on in a minute to another site.
The jail has been fairly quiet for me, I must admit. Although saying that, I found 3 Yard to be interesting when you're sitting in the induction centre. And what I like to do, I like to multitask, because you know me.
Yes.
So I like to put equipment in the induction centre, but also have the musical box and some flashing balls along where the cells are. And I know, I think it was with the patrons. I know we've had the patrons, the balls flashing, or one of the balls actually came off the little flap thing. And we've also had the musical box going off. The musical box going off as well, so we can actually investigate 2 places at once. So.
Yeah, because you've seen your two have been reporting a lot of shadowy figures over there on the other side.
Yes.
So maybe
in fact, we had one. We had a shadow figure just the other day, didn't we? So, and it was Philip that's on now. Yeah. That was reporting a shadowy figure. So, yes, that was quite interesting.
Well, just bear with me. Keep talking about the jail, because what I'm trying to do, guys, is I'm just trying to find a clip when the balls flew off. Now, the full video is up on YouTube, so look back. These are just the highlights. I'm just trying to find it because, Kag, it took me all day to do just those clips we've watched, because there's so much video footage, guys. To put your finger on something very quickly is really difficult. So, when you were doing the live streams there, because you went down a couple of times, didn't you do the visitor center?
Well, no, I was sat in. Well, I did do the visitor center one time, and it was fairly quiet.
Right.
But the time for me was when we were allowed to go down as two of us, as long as we did the COVID spacing. So you went into the activity room, and I sat in the visitors room, just so that I was near enough in case anything happens, but I was far enough away that I didn't cause any noise for you. And I was sat in there, and I swear to this day, I had heavy boots walking past me. I wish I had a voice recorder on, because it did make me jump.
Yeah, that's all right. That's just our video starting. Don't worry.
Okay. So, yeah, it has some very strange things in there. Cat balls going off, shadow figures. Oh, one of the main places for people to see the shadow figure is down where the third tower is, the little pathetic tower that we have, little tiny, that one down there. Figures.
Okay.
Well. So,
yeah, actually, that's not unusual. That figure was seen down there quite regularly down that way. So, hey, Leanne. So what I'm going to do is, before we leave the jail, because everybody's brought it up, and it was probably the biggest live feed that I did. So I was in, I'd never done it before. I'd never gone into the Elizabeth Woolcock cell. Elizabeth Woolcock, and I'm going to tell people, understanding that not everybody comes from Adelaide, not everybody understands the Adelaide jail. Elizabeth Woolcock was the only female that we ever executed in South Australia, so at the Adelaide jail there. And she does have a cell that's sort of set up kind of as a memory of her, with a mannequin and her real photograph and stuff like that. And she'd also done a confession as well. Now, she didn't need to do a confession about murdering her husband. Basically, she was accused of murdering her husband from mercury poisoning, and that's why we executed her. So now she didn't have to write this confession. She'd already been sentenced to hang by the neck until dead, so which is basically what we did back then. But she did, the night before her execution, write this saying that she was guilty. She had killed Thomas Woolcock. So I thought, you know what? I've never investigated her cell, and I've got the key. And the jail, I did check. The jail didn't mind, so because it was just me. So I opened the cell, and it meant that when I opened the door into the cell, the doors open inwards, and the hatch, that little hatch you put your food through, that was down. So it's a 90-degree angle to where the cell opening was. And nothing was happening much. And I thought, you know what? I think I'll put a ghost box, broken radio, on the hatch, 2 flashing cat balls side by side, and I will read that confession and see if anything happens. I was more looking at if anything happened at the ghost box. So I was kind of reading the confession. It was really hard because the jail has printed it like she wrote it, which is the way it should be. But she wasn't very good at grammar, was she, Kag?
Bless her. And she did well to write.
Bless this lady, all right? She's had an absolutely horrible, horrible life. And here's the grammar Nazi at the end of it going, God, that's hard to read. Because she didn't put full stops or stuff like that. So I was kind of knocking the grammar on it. I'd already said also before that, if you can do anything, knock the back ball and light the back ball up and move the back ball. Okay, remember that. So the balls hadn't done much. You will hear a couple of responses out of the ghost box. The whole thing is up, by the way, on YouTube, and I think it's up somewhere else, or a condensed version. But I'm just going to show you a couple of the highlights, so you can go and watch the full video online. So but sometimes you just get the weirdest thing come out of it.
All right, so.
Oh, that's a different point because the balls haven't gone there yet.
This, because it's going off a lot.
So that one was going up. Let me just take it further because I want to get where I've got 2 balls on there. Ah, there we go.
Put them side by side. Oh, now they both stop. All right, so Elizabeth, I'm going to read this.
I think that said investigating.
The last statement and confession of Elizabeth
I'm not going to read it.
Mr. Bickford, sir.
We don't need to be reading it. That flickered. I'm just trying to find the bit. I would have done all this, guys, but I didn't have enough time to really do it. So let's get to where they actually fly off. But you can see the door's pretty much hard up against the wall, so it's not that we had anybody pushing it. I was live the whole time. It's probably here we go.
I gave him time to prepare to meet God.
I think.
I should not do any great
that one was going off now and again.
To end him. All right, keep seeing this ball moving. Can you move the one behind?
That's where I said that.
About the one behind.
The Chinese national
Carrie, it was really badly read.
Nearly missed it because I moved my camera.
Her writing, they printed it like she wrote, and there's no grammar. Now, oh my God, both balls just came off the thing. You just saw that, didn't you, guys?
So that one is going, but watch the one at the back. Boom. Bang. It just moves forward, knocks them all off.
Was I pointing at the balls?
I was so worried I missed it because I wasn't actually looking at the screen. I was looking at the confession thing still. So
that was
now
cool.
It just starts up from nowhere. Boom, pushes it off. You heard more listening back to it, Rosemary, did you? The actual live stream, it was a total live stream. They're just the highlights of that live stream. So it's on YouTube. The whole thing is on YouTube. I've just flicked all the way through. It just takes off. Doesn't even flash to start with. It just takes off and then knocks the other one off. And the thing about this, when I do my tours now and I talk about that, I get them to scratch the surface of the hatch because it's pitted. It's not smooth. You can't just smoothly move things across. It's very rough. And there was no wind. And if the wind was blowing, it should have blown them the other way. But there's also a fence just outside the cells, which kind of breaks up the wind a bit. So I don't know. That was live. That was live to our Patreons. Patreons got lucky that night, didn't they? We'd done a live stream already. I'd done a live stream already and nothing had happened in the first bit for the Haunted Horizons, and then boom. So YouTube, guys, that's on there. You can watch the whole thing. Oh yes, Priscilla, you want to join the Patreon, but you got lucky on that one.
You did.
Oh, I'm actually. It looks like it was pulled back, then pushed. Yeah, it was one of my favorite live streams from COVID. And we would never have done that. This is the whole thing. This is what we're trying to go. Well, 2020 wasn't such a bad year for us, and I feel bad saying that because, as I said, it took us in new directions. We would never have done that. We would never, ever have done that if it wasn't because we wanted to keep you guys entertained while we were all locked down.
Yeah,
so
it's so true.
2020 kind of forced us into this direction. We got so much interesting stuff. All that we're talking about was all because we got locked down and because of this year. So for us, it's been fairly good year. I hate to say that because I know a lot of people have struggled. Moving on, Kag. Gosh, do you realise we've been on for nearly 3/4 now?
Far out. We've just done the jail.
We've just done the jail. You weren't wanting to do anything tonight, were you? Apart from my husband did come to the door and go, tea's nearly ready.
That's so cool. Oh, Happy New Year, Custard Cream.
Oh, Custard Cream's on. Yay, Happy New Year. I think we started earlier today, Custard Cream. I think we normally start about 7, don't we, our time? We came on at 6 because we do need to spend time with our family. So, very rare night off tonight.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Z-Ward. We're doing the live streaming. We probably just as well I didn't do too much, isn't it? Really. I'm just going to go to it. Z-Ward, for those who don't know, is the ward for the criminally insane, which is a terrible term and isn't used anymore. Actually, it was criminal mental defectives.
It was, wasn't it?
And they still have that sign up. And it's like, well, it's not really politically correct anymore. So, but it's where the criminals went. So if they didn't go to the Adelaide jail because they were exhibiting a extreme mental illness, they were sent up to Z-Ward. So again, we were allowed in Z-Ward. And we thought, okay, well, sometimes we'll do the jail and we'll rotate and sometimes do Z-Ward. And that's definitely not a correct term here. So now, you've had a few things happen in Z-Ward. Did you do any live streams in there while we were locked? I can't remember. I know I went.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't have much happen. I don't think on mine.
You did
a few noises, but I didn't have an awful lot happen. No.
The one that stands out for me was that time I was in there on my own. And I will say that it can be very quiet and you could probably sleep the night there, or it can ramp it up a bit. So I decided to go upstairs, which means that my one way out is down the stairs and through the building and out the door if anything happens. So there's something about being upstairs that makes you feel a little more vulnerable, I guess, when you're on your own and there's nobody else in the building. So, and I was going to do a live stream and I was saying something. I'm just going to bring it up first so that I can get it. Hopefully you can hear it. Because I was asking a question. You can hear my stomach rumbling and then you hear something running at me. And you'll see me swing the camera around really quickly when it happens. Because the fact that I didn't swear shows my kind of, I don't know what you call it, Kag. Can't think of words at the moment.
It's all right. We don't have to do words. It's all good. I think people know.
We don't do words. People know. So hopefully you can hear it, guys, because as I said, it's hard to know how it translates on here. I'm just turning it up a little bit. So I'm just asking questions. I've been asking a few questions. We'd heard a few little knocks. I'm about to hear a knock. I'm going to say, did you hear that? And then my stomach rumbles. I admit to my stomach because we are honest. And then you hear something running down the hallway. And I swing around.
Oh, did anybody hear that? Not even sure what that was. Okay, that was to the side of me though. That was my stomach. And that wasn't my stomach.
That was really loud.
Mm-hmm.
It was to the side of me though. That was my stomach.
There's almost a voice, a breathy voice.
And that wasn't my stomach.
As well. So, think about this. You're sitting in an asylum on your own. And you've got something like that. And it wasn't from up above. This was to the side of me.
Mm-hmm.
Almost sounded like it was running down the hallway towards me. And it was just like, if I didn't have 200 people... Yeah. If I didn't have 200 people watching. I wonder what people
it's a little bit scary.
Keep talking to them, Kag, because I want to show them one other thing from Z-Ward. I'd be interested to know their thoughts on it.
All right, so
I couldn't download it because it won't let me download it for some reason.
Oh, wouldn't it?
No, so I've got to take them into the Patreon page, to the videos there to get it. So, Z Ward, you've had some weird things lately, haven't you?
I have. I've had a tile thrown in the mirror room.
Which is
in fact,
pieces on the floor.
It is. I had 4 things in 4 weeks in the mirror room. So I had the tile thrown. I had a lady had a brand new prescription glasses flicked off her face to the other side of the room. We had a male growl, and I thought it was one of the males that was in there, but it wasn't. It was between 2 of the ladies that I put in there. And then the last week I had something major happen was people being touched and prodded and poked. And what else did they have? Oh, there's reporting a figure going up and down the middle of the room. But the last night on the first tour was that for a few nights in a row. You forget which one it was. But one lady freaked out that much in the mirror because something was standing next to her during lockdown. That when she moved, she unfortunately smacked her head on the sink as she went past, tried to shuffle out the way that. Yeah, she tried to shuffle out the way that quickly that I could hear it, and I was sat down in the corridor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zoe was there for the tile. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so Zoe was there for the tile, and then the following week I had the glasses being flicked off her face, and that was
I had the person.
Yes.
That private tour.
Yes, you did.
And
yeah.
I put a picture up of me and Pennywise the clown.
Mm-hmm.
Their tour, and he'd chosen to do a private tour and a Christmas tour there because of that he had happened.
And it was his wife that went past her face, wasn't it?
Yeah. So he was really freaked out. What about that one you saw in Cell 2?
Oh, Cell 2. Well, listen, I was setting up to do a live investigation.
Remember, Kag is the bravest of the two of us.
So we're setting up. I left Alison in the day room. I got my arms full of equipment. I walked down to the mirror room. So everybody knows the mirror room. It's a bathroom with mirrors in it. And put some equipment in there. Went across to Cell 2, which is straight across from it. And I was like, okay, I'll just put some equipment in here. But I could see a shape on the floor. If anybody knows, said, well, we have like air vents in the corners, and it was gates there. And to me, I could see through it. It looked like fly screen or something like that. So I thought, well, just in case there's stuff on the floor, I better get my torch out because I don't want to fall or anything because I still got equipment in my arms and I didn't want the boss to get really angry with me for dropping it. Okay. The trouble is, it's me. So I got the equipment, but the thing is, all the equipment was my arms and my torch was in my back pocket. It's the pocket I couldn't get to. So I had one of the flashing cat balls that we use, and I put the cat ball on, and as it lit up, this thing that was in the corner then stood up. So I was now stood in the doorway with a figure opposite me. And I just stood and looked at it and went, oh.
Yeah. And you were a bit rattled.
I was. I was walking down the corridor going, Alison, did we got the visitor in Cell 2? It was really weird. I think if I'd been somewhere different, I probably would have rang.
Yeah.
To be honest. But I think it's because it's Z Ward.
You know Z Ward.
You know Z Ward. Yeah. But it was still unnerving. It's still unnerving to suddenly have something stand up in front of you.
This one, it was a bit odd. I'm playing a clip because it would take me just to find it in an hour and a half video. So somebody clipped it for me. And it was a bit odd. I was in there in Z Ward doing one of the early live streams on my own. And I used to take alcohol in, whiskey in. So I'm just moving the bottle around. I swing the camera down. And it seems to be like a shadow. It's a bit of a controversy whether it's my shadow of me going forward and holding the bottle, but it's round and it doesn't seem to be connected or against anything. It seems to just be in the center of nowhere. Have you seen this one, Kag?
No.
Let me play it. So
this is how dark it is. I have to do it by using.
I can't even find the bottle because I can't. It's dark.
Oh, got it.
Wait until I swing the camera around.
All right, I'm just going to put it down, guys. All right, I'm going to open the whiskey for you.
Wait for it. There. All right. So it seems to come out, this round thing seems to come out of nowhere. That. There.
And if it was a shadow from you, you would actually see
anything across here. Why did it just...
Yeah.
Why did it disembodied shadow and no arm? I'm trying to get so it can get into a better shot, maybe. Let me just bring that back. You know, you can't see it when you bring it back. No, you can't see it. How come you can't see it when it moves like that?
Don't know, it's weird, isn't it?
But it's really quite bizarre.
All right, I'm just going to put it down, guys. All right, I'm going to open the whiskey for you.
It's just bizarre.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the wall. It seems to be not on something.
Yeah,
Shadow.
it's not attached. It's not attached in a shadow.
It doesn't seem to be attached. Shadow usually
Yeah.
is on something. It doesn't just hang in the air. That one's a really weird one. We haven't got that up yet. We should really put that up somewhere. So, well, there you go. Gosh,
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
pretty
believe we've been on an hour and we've only got 2 places. We haven't even talked about half the stuff we were going to talk about. And here's me thinking that I wouldn't have enough to talk about. So who knows? Who knows? It could just be a shadow. I don't know. I don't know.
Strange.
The rational says there's got to be an explanation for it, but it does an odd thing. So yeah, who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's either because you know me. And heads off down the hallway. Yeah, Jan, I it's like, but again, we would never have caught things like that, and we would never have done this if it hadn't been for the COVID and lockdown and us having to change directions.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I always have enough to talk about. I can't believe it's an hour.
Yeah.
Do you want us to finish, guys, or do you want to go for another 15 minutes just to cover? We haven't done the funny stuff yet.
Or maybe half an hour then, 15 minutes to half an hour.
All right, we'll keep chatting for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you're bored, you just go off and do something. Camera's still, light's not fake. No, it is interesting. I have no idea. I've got a, I don't know. But again, this one's about the plus of 2020. And we're trying to keep it 2020 positive for a change. For 2020. It's such a bad rap. So then we started the On the Road, didn't we? And that was really quite interesting. We had the Gungellen. And again, not everybody is able to follow us on Facebook. So my computer's just making a lot of noise kicking up. So the Gungellen, we can probably play a little bit of the spookiest moments. The balls, I think that's got the Gungellen at the beginning. Let me just see if this.
Okay, bye, Jane.
Just came up. We don't need that bit.
No, we don't want that one.
We've got that. Let me do.
Drovers Run, yes.
Drovers Run. The clouds. There was a couple of things. I won't play it for very long because it goes into a lot of other things you've just seen. But basically, this was On the Road campaign. We still want to do it. So if you know of anywhere for us to go, then let us know. So it was all a big campaign.
At our place that we're investigating tonight. So it's our first Haunted Horizons live on the road. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and find as many
haunted locations, tourism-wise, that we can, so we can highlight it. So if you know of anyway, let us know. This is a hotel that was used in McLeod's Daughters, the TV series. What weird things have you had?
Many different things, from the pokies on a regular basis going off. There was a gentleman here, a very good customer of ours, who passed away 5 years ago, and he was a pokey addict, so quite regularly the machine he plays goes off.
There's no way you want.
What's the poker machine again?
Is that the pokey machine going off?
Yep.
So that shouldn't be doing that.
No. Can we tell which machine it is?
Okay, well that's interesting because that's the pokey machine's going off, guys. And it shouldn't do that.
A can of West End draft, which is what the gentleman drank, would just come out of the fridge and roll down to my feet, as if to say, open it, I need a beer.
Okay.
Do a schooner if you like. Want to spoon it?
Yeah, so that was interesting, wasn't it? And then we don't need to. You've already watched the other live investigations on that. So, and we did a lot of pubs. We got around, didn't we?
We did. We did do an awful lot of pubs. It was great.
We got around.
We did. And what was good is we practiced what we preach. So we actually went in there. We had a meal. We bought our own meal. We bought our own drinks.
Yeah,
we investigated. So
yeah, definitely we try and support the places we're going to.
Yeah.
And the year just got bigger.
It did.
And bigger and bigger. Honestly, guys, we got tireder and tireder.
We did. We did. It was
the tours came back.
Yeah, it did.
But the problem is because we've been doing these on the roads, and we did an on the road at the couple of places. Adelaide Zoo was one of them. The big metropolitan Adelaide Zoo was one of them. And suddenly, well, not suddenly, we were working towards it, I must admit, but we suddenly found we had tours there.
Yes.
So we not only survived with the Patreons and the live streaming and everything else, we grew.
We did.
We're now employing more guides.
Yep.
Applied. We'll let you all know soon. But we've had to take on I was only going to take on one, but we really, in reality, probably need about 3 new guides. So we've had to employ more. We've got new venues. We've got the Adelaide Zoo now, so we do investigations there. And we do the walking tour, which is kind of a lot of the dark history, the animals' quirky history, and some of the ghost stuff, because they've had some weird stuff. You show that video footage. There's some weird video footage.
Yes. Can I just have to apologise to my first group that I didn't. I
forgot.
I forgot because we were in the rush.
It was your first tour, Kag. So.
It was my first tour. I mean, we were pushing it time-wise.
And the zoo, we actually went in. I haven't got the video footage. It's up online, guys. It was live streamed. But we had some weird things happen. The one that we had that happened, the weirdest for me, and then I'll let you go to what your weirdest one for the zoo, is we were in the service tunnel of the nocturnal house at the Adelaide Zoo. And it's a U-shaped tunnel. And I had heard a noise down the other end. I went around this pitch black, went down there. Well, pitch black was dark. So went down there, left all the equipment, had my voice recorder. And I was asking for a certain keeper because there was a keeper killed there by a polar bear. And I was asking for this keeper to make himself known. What I didn't know, Kag, is you were elsewhere asking a question, weren't you?
Yeah, we were around the other side because we're knocks and bangs around there.
Banging the microphone there.
And we were asking if there's anybody there for them to go and touch Alison, which we thought was hilarious.
And what I didn't know was she'd done that. Sorry about the banging. That's just me refilling my glass. You didn't know. So I looked back at my equipment, looked back down the tunnel, and suddenly there was this black thing, like human height, solid black, within probably 6 inches of me to a foot, maybe 6 inches to a foot. It was there for about 2 seconds, boom, and then suddenly gone. And I exploded backwards. All Kag saw was the cat balls going flying out from where I was, and all the equipment just going everywhere. And it was just the weirdest thing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was pretty cool in there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
You know, we're so excited to have got that one. But we did do a couple of live streams for you first so that we could make sure there was something there. Yeah, what else do we have happen in 2020?
Oh, we had, we've been offered, sorry?
Masonic Hall, the big Masonic Hall on North Terrace. We got invited to come and do a live stream there.
And also the Army, Navy, military.
Oh, yeah, that was
gorgeous.
Because only members are allowed in that, and that was
that was pretty cool.
We've been to some exciting places, and then we went down to Port Lincoln and did a theatre down there. So if you haven't, trek back through the Haunted Horizons Facebook page, trek back through the videos, because the actual live streams are there. Or you can go to part 2, which is on the Patreon page. So we always give them an extra hour. What about the time we got? Oh no, I better not say that one. The one time the police turned up. We won't say. We won't say where it was. So one time,
please, guys, those that do know, do not say
anything, because this was on your page, not on the Horizons page. But yeah, how often do you get threatened by an axeman? On an investigation, you have to call the police.
Exactly.
And Priscilla remembers it. Yes, it was a great night.
Interesting.
I had to hide my car just in case.
Okay. So it's just a question: if one or both of you could investigate any one of the locations where Alistair Crowley conducted his magic ceremonies, then which one would it be?
Oh, that is an awesome question, Urban Exploration. All right, because if I had known that ruin of his house was up for sale, and I only found out after it had been sold, I would have bought that. And that is where I'd like to. That's where he focused all his stuff. I would like that one, definitely. Urban Exploration. And unfortunately, I believe the Alistair Crowley house has been bought by a syndicate, and it's going back to basically what he believed, and it's going back to that group, and they're going to refurbish it and everything, get it back to how it was. But oh my god, I think it was in Scotland.
I think it was, wasn't it?
I only found out at the end, and when it had been sold, that I saw the advert. I would have bought that in a heartbeat, especially if I had 2 bottles of wine and a few whiskies. So,
which you've tried to do before by different buildings. Philip, yes, we have. We actually did that as one of the lives for when we had lockdown. We did.
Yes.
We done it twice, haven't we?
We've done it twice, and that's where Craig went really weird.
He did.
Nervous.
I did. I was actually ready to run if need be, because he was giving me this very strange look, which is really unnerving. So I was
spitting words out, and he was just looking with such, wasn't he?
But we had equipment figure. All sorts of the golem. That was it, the golem.
Yeah, we nicknamed him the golem because he was just hunched in a corner with the headphones on doing an Estes, but he was just. It looked weird. Anybody who was watching that live stream, which may be on Patreons again, it was just
very strange.
He was bizarre on it. Yeah. So, what were your highlights, guys? You've been watching our live streams, because you bring up memories that we probably haven't touched on. I was going to go through it all. I only had a day to do it. That's why you only got a little bit. I will play, before you say it, I haven't got it. I will play it before we go off air. our little faux pas.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's forgotten.
Oh, Craig asking children to go through the fireplace.
Oh, that was funny. Yes.
Really, Craig can do that.
So for those who don't know Newman's Nursery, again, you've got to remember there are people overseas watching. All right, it's these ruins here. So they're out in the middle of nowhere. You've got to walk through a park, a forest type scrub park.
What were you doing to me there, by the way?
I don't know. I was wondering that. Probably sacking you again, Kag.
Oh, probably, yeah.
You're fired again.
Again.
And it was one of the original kind of homesteads in the area back in its day when we first settled South Australia. And there was a little girl who died. She'd gone running in to see her dad. This is fact. She tripped up and she fell into a big pot that was boiling with water. And unfortunately, she did pass away from burns. So Craig went into the kitchen area. And I don't think he was very naively putting the equipment out. And then he said he put all the stuff where the fireplace used to be. And he said, if you want to go to the top, why don't you jump? What was it? Why don't you want to jump through the, you probably remember better.
Because behind where the toilets were, behind where the fireplace was the toilets. But that's only the reason was because the wall had fell down. So you wouldn't have originally gone through the fireplace, but that's what he wanted anybody there to do, to go through the fireplace. And
we're all going, Craig, she died by going through the fireplace. You don't honestly think, oh.
Excellent, Georgina. That's brilliant.
Yeah, so.
Oh, New York location.
The first time. Oh, Talem, love Talem. Oh, you'd go to the New York location. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely for me, that house in the UK. Oh my God, I would love to have seen that. Love to have seen that. So I don't think we ever will be able to, because as I said, it's been taken over. So as in they bought it, so they have every right. They have every right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what else have I got on here? I'm just going through all the places we went to. It's been such a big year. So we did what have we done? We
went to Millicent, went to Robe, we've been shark diving, we've snorkeled with the seals. Craig jumping over the musical box. Yes, that was very strange as well, but whoever was there loved to play with him.
Yeah. We were going to have Paranormal Quest. Do you remember that?
Yes, we were.
So for those who were going to come up to our thing, we were getting Paranormal Quest, who are like our adopted children. They're YouTubers from America. They also work at the West Virginia Penitentiary, so you'll see them on our videos from there. They were coming over to do a talk and to do some investigations for us, for the public, as was Amy from Amy's Crypt. So we're going to get this big YouTuber thing going. And 1 week before they were to get on the plane, that we'd paid for all the flights, we'd paid for everything. They were about to get on. They were so excited. They'd never traveled to Australia.
Or one of them had never been on a plane.
No, and he was going to get on the plane. He was terrified of flying, wasn't he? And they locked the borders down. And that was it. Boom. So for all those who did have tickets for Amy's Crypt and who are still pending, don't worry. Your tickets are still valid. They will be coming. The flights are pending. We have the flights. We just have to have the borders down so we can get them in. So hopefully we are aiming for November. For those who are watching, we don't know, but we are aiming for November. We're hoping the vaccine will be by then out there and saving everybody, and it's big old. So, but if not, they are valid. You won't lose them. You can either use them for credit on tours, or we are bringing them. They're coming. They're very excited. So Oh, Adele, what's this? Don't know about the lives, but my favourite memory was from our Zedward tour in February with Kag. And we were all sitting in the corridor singing our hearts out. That's Kag. It was an absolutely beautiful experience. We got a few minor. Yeah, it's a beautiful acoustics there, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a great group for singing.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying Tim. Tim, actually, guys, we're going to have Tim on again.
Yes.
We've been in negotiations with Tim, haven't we?
Tim wants to do some more live streams for you all, guys. So.
Oh, yeah, our 6 hours appearance on the Paranormal Quest Live.
We've done that as well.
Yeah.
Well, we took over. So
we did.
But we did actually, instead of that, we did get a live going ourselves with Paranormal Quest, Amy's Crypt, Charmaine from Tasmania's Most Haunted was good enough. And we raised, what was it, 1,065 for Lifeline.
Yes, we did.
So we did that earlier in the year. So, which was really cool. We would like to do that again. I'm not going to do what Paranormal Encounters, our wonderful India and Connor do from Paranormal Encounters, which is 36 hours. Because I'm old.
I think we struggle with about 36 minutes normally. But...
Well, we haven't tonight, Kag. But we did manage to raise money. Oh, what was the scariest tour you went on? Do you mean ours, Hannah, or do you mean ones we went on? So I got that too. We sang You Are My Sunshine.
Yeah.
What we'll do, we might, shall we play that last video?
Yeah, let's play the last video.
We play the last video because not everything goes correct, does it, Kag? And then we're going to open it up, and then we're going to open it for questions, and we're going to sit and we're going to answer your questions. So, and then we'll go.
Okay, let's do this.
All
right.
My
hair looks nice.
Your hair always looks curly. Oh, you're frozen, Kag. Kag.
It's all right. I'm here. I thought you froze.
Did I freeze or did Kag freeze?
Never mind. Let's just.
Got to find it first. Boop. Give me a minute. Mishaps, I've entitled it.
Mishaps. I like that.
Mishaps. I've just got to get my computer to warm up a bit. There we go. All right. So some people, actually, I think, did both of these happen on the subscriber page? I think they did. Actually, they did. One was on apparitions. Kag's not listening because she's doing that.
I am. No, I am. I'm listening.
All right. So this was at the British Hotel. These were both, if you were on Facebook on Haunted Horizons, you missed both of these because they happened on the Patreon group page. Another reason for you to subscribe. You miss all this stuff. So, mishaps a normal day then. Yes, Rosemary. So we're at the British. I get this brilliant idea that we should get the card pack from the table there. And pretty much goes downhill from there. So let's see if we can get the volume up a bit. Might be a bit quiet. You need to hear the thump, I think. Special effects. I love the sympathy from Kag.
I was going to help you, but I can't
Can you laugh any more than you did, Kag?
That's hilarious, I tell you.
And the red pod.
Guys, I'm going to show you this. This is a serious incident here, guys.
That's the REM pod dying.
And the lights come off it. REM pod down. REM pod down. REM pod down. Did I just say your head?
And then there was this one. This is in Glenbar. Who made me go over the table into the corner? This Christmas one. You all made me go over this table. So I was standing in the corner doing an Estes with the headphones on the Ghost Box experiment. And then I was coming back over, which means I had to climb over a table to do it. All right. And things didn't go well there either, really.
Yeah. Slide across them off to the side, yeah.
I was lamenting when we were young.
There's a ghost here. Can you give me a push?
You did a flying somersault off there. I don't think.
Good cramping you put, you old person, you.
The K2.
That's why I can't nice things.
I usually wait for it on the REM pod.
Oh dear, so yeah.
Honestly.
Things don't always go to plan, do they?
That was just hilarious. I'm sorry, but that was...
But I'm still here. Legs up indeed. So there was another one at the Kapunda, the Sir John Franklin, when I fell over the bed.
I remember though that one when we were at Robe, I nearly fell into the fireplace with the roaring fire going.
I didn't get that on video though.
I managed to smack my head on the wall instead.
She nearly went head first into the fire. Missed the step. Oh dear, that was so. But there you go. That's been our year. So, quick recap of the year. Then we'll go to your questions. We'll have about we've got 7 minutes. We'll go till 7:30. So
okay,
all right. So our year has actually been really good.
It has actually. Yeah,
we've been booked out most of the time. Half the numbers, but we're surviving. It doesn't mean to say we're rich. It means we're surviving. Patreons, thank you for subscribing. All right, this is a big bottom of my heart. Patreon, it's about $5 a month, American. They have kept us alive, but hopefully you've got stuff out of it as well, because we've really focused on our subscribers. They've had a lot of fun. Those FUPAs just happens to be accidentally not
FUPAs.
On their Facebook page. It just happened to be the way it was. The balls flying off just happened to be on their page, not on the public one. So definitely join up if you can. Honestly, they're a brilliant group of people. It is so much fun. I'll let them tell you in the comments on what they think of it. We've had to employ more people, which is brilliant. Means that we can give more jobs. We've got more venues. We've got 2 more venues coming, guys, that are so exciting. I'm not telling you them yet. We've got the zoo, but this year, within 2 months, we'll be announcing the next 2 venues. They are huge. Mm-hmm. They are huge. So, which is why we need more staff to cope with it.
Yeah.
So, look, we are very, very excited. We've been so lucky. So lucky. I mean, we've all had our downs. Kag's had her downs this year, so it's not that we're just kind of Kag's had a bad time of it. So we're not just sitting on our laurels going, "Hey, we're good." We have suffered, but it's what you make of it. And I actually think 2020 has made us change direction, made us do things we didn't have to do.
We promoted 2 of our guides as well.
We have. We give Damo a title.
Well, Dame Anne's now a lead guide at the jail.
The lead guide at the jail.
Yeah, Damo's now got a new title.
Oh, everybody's saying, "I love you, Kag. Where's my love?"
Well, I had Philip the other day because nobody likes you, so it's so cool.
I've had Philip before, I'm sure.
Yeah, but we had so much fun.
Or was it Simon? Can't remember.
And then we gave Damo's got a new title, so he's.
Thank you, Custard Cream. Thank you. Yay! Come on.
Custard Cream, stop it, please.
I want more thumbs up.
Thank
All right.
you, Custard. Thank you.
All right. For Facebook and YouTube, all right, YouTube. If you like Alison,
Oh gosh.
give us a like. YouTube,
Oh, don't do that. That is so tacky when you do that. Don't do that. I hate it when people go, "Oh, if you like
I
it,
had
give
to
it."
because I know how much you hate it.
I detest it. I'm
Had to do it,
sweltering
guys.
here.
Oh, yeah, I'm just cooling off now.
It's so hot in this room.
Alison is the OG. All right. So basically, 2021, we are extremely excited about. I'm on a high because I know what's coming. The only down thing that we've got, really, apart from the fact that the borders will go up, maybe we won't have any customers. Apart from that, all's good. It's how you see the world. We couldn't travel the world. We've still got flights pending for England, flights pending for America.
I think we've lost. Did we lose the Tasmanian ones?
No, we still got flights pending for Tasmania as well. So we still got those. Because we go every year to America. We had to pass over the Penhurst Asylum to Paranormal Quest to do for us for a live stream and Waverley Hills. So we will get back and do those. It's all exciting. I'm everything's had to change. It's like a whole new. I feel like it's a whole new
world.
I don't know what I want to sing. What do we want to sing?
I don't know. A whole new world.
That's the only words we know to that one, though.
It is. Yeah.
Hey, if they become a patron, they'll see us singing Christmas carols on the crapper.
Exactly. Well, we sang one Christmas carol on the crapper because we're really bad at that. But hey, those that did it, well done. Excellent. Tarika that started it, fantastic. So look, this year is going to be huge. I just have so excited. We've just done a whole lot of interviews with people. I know Colleen heard some of them, and Colleen. We didn't get around to telling people what Damo's new title is: lead investigator, head investigator.
Well, actually, I gave him lead backup. But
no, it's not. It's a head investigator. It's all right, Damo. I know what it is, love. Just ignore her. It's all good.
I think we've just given her a title and we can't remember what it is. So, Leanne, Paranormal Quest. Oh my God, they are so worth watching. If you haven't watched Paranormal Quest, go give them a like. Go watch them on YouTube. And also Amy's Crypt and Paranormal Encounters. There are 3 adopted children, but groups of children. How can we forget? How can we forget this one? Hang on, let me just bring this up.
Also, we've already welcomed somebody on board already, and that's Kylie. So Kylie's on board as well.
Kylie's on board already. Yes, so she'll be helping us out with investigations and stuff.
Is it Sir Damo now? Could well be, actually. That's a good idea. Sir Damo.
Damo. Oh my God, he's going to be. Isn't it Sir Sassy? Yeah, or is it Sir Sissy? I'm not sure. Depends what my predictive text puts.
Yes.
Don't get sissy with me, Damo. Let me just bring this up because how can we forget this?
Charmaine,
I'm going to bring up one of my highlights of this year, and I think it needs to be put up again because it was, as I said, it was a crappy year. We've done well. We've been out there. We've done well. It was, at the end of the day, a pretty crappy year. This was actually, don't know if everybody knows this, but this was actually our Haunted Horizons 10th anniversary. And I wasn't going to celebrate it because at the end of the day, 10th anniversary, couldn't do anything. It's a shit year. What a year to have your 10th anniversary when you've got a pandemic, okay? So I really, really wasn't going to do anything. I thought 10 years can slide by. I'll do my 15th year or maybe my 20th year if I'm still here. But our Patreons, oh my God, our Patreons, okay, actually made sure that we had a 10th anniversary. So
It was 7 in particular. Excuse me. Yeah.
That arranged without me knowing this arranged this cake. This cake is amazing. I've still got, I don't know if you can see it, but it is still up here. I've still got the REM pod. It's icing. The REM pod and that K2. I ate the cake. Much as I'd love to have framed it, I actually ate it.
It was the nicest cake out.
Put on 30 kilos just from the cake. We had an absolutely, I don't know if I got any other photographs. That was the room they booked at the British Hotel in Port Adelaide. It was just the most amazing afternoon by these people. And it was, yeah. Is this the one where they did that video and I burst out crying?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if it is. Or is this where, oh no, this is where I spilt my drink everywhere. That wasn't it. So I don't even know if this is it. This is you lot. I don't know where the other bit is. But at the end of the day, whoops, that's me looking guilty because the first thing I did was spill my drink all over the chair. You can see the chair here. That was another faux pas. Faux pas. Is that what you call it?
Faux pas.
Faux pas. Yeah, it goes into the other thing. But no, it was brilliant. The video is up on YouTube. If you haven't seen our 10th anniversary, it's the video that they made for me. They had people that I didn't even... What made me cry is they got people who I so respected, who I never thought would even look at saying anything. We had Brian Cano from who we've had here.
Haunted Collector.
Yeah, Haunted Collector, and Ben Hansen from Ghost of Morgan City, and we've had him here. But do you know what was most touching was Paranormal Quest. The Paranormal Quest one. It was my children. My daughter who was locked up in Melbourne at the time. Paranormal Quest, Amy's Crypt, Paranormal Encounters all took the time to send messages. People who I respect, Appy, Pete Banks from Appy. Beth
Darlington.
Beth Darlington. We had Anne and Renata. It was just so many messages, and it just made me cry because I didn't think I was worth any of that. It was just really weird. I thought I was, yeah. So to all those who arranged that 10th anniversary, that was the highlight.
And Charmaine. And Charmaine. Well, that spoiled it. Charmaine.
We don't talk about Charmaine, Kay.
No, we don't. We don't.
And sister, we don't talk about. Charmaine, if you're watching this late. But it was brilliant. Thank you, everybody who put that together. That was the highlight of my year. It was just brilliant.
That was so cool.
Yeah. So,
and the fact you nearly ruined it and had us all stressed out for,
I was depressed for about 3 or 4 days after that. You had to put up with my depression.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
And that's because it was all too much. It was all overwhelming, and I didn't feel I deserved it because I don't feel I've done that well. It's just me doing what I do, and it was brilliant. It was just absolutely awesome. That video, by the way, is up on YouTube, the 10th anniversary one. Watch it. Take time to watch it because these people put that together. and they did such a good job of it. So I got pinged for the music, but there you go. We managed to get it through. Copyright. Great music, though. And subscribe. Oh, yeah, Hannah, thank you. And subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Let's grow it. I've been a bit quiet. I do apologize. All right, let's finish off with this. We have been quiet. We've been quiet on Patreon for this month, and I have been quiet on YouTube. I was trying to get videos out. I've got stuff from America and England that I haven't even put up yet. This is going back years that Kag and me hired and went to investigate, and we just haven't got it up yet because it takes time to edit these videos and go through them. And this month has been absolutely, as I said, it's the busiest month we've ever had, trying to do the tours, trying to keep everything together. We were short-staffed. Do Christmas, go and kidnap my daughter from Victoria to get her here for Christmas and then get her back again. But hopefully January we'll get a lot more of this stuff up on YouTube. So do subscribe to YouTube. Go watch the videos. And thank you for watching the video on YouTube, this one, because it gives us that little bit extra time. So, Oh, Hannah, thank you. Hannah loves our videos so much. Thank you, Hannah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
I'm going to ask you a lot of questions because it has been in my head. I know not all of you are on the Facebook page. I know, Custard Cream, you don't have Facebook, I believe, because would you like us to put up? Oh, right, Arena, hi. Would you like to put it up? Because I've been condensing the live streams. They're pretty crappy quality. They're not the quality of the YouTubers out there because we do it on the phone. It's in the moment. We're not actually making an episode, but we condense it and highlight it for you lot on YouTube. Tell me this. Would you prefer me to continue with the highlights, with a little bit of history and stuff like that? Or would you like me to put it up raw? So from beginning to end, you get the live stream, although it's not live at that point. So you can watch the whole lot, including the boring bits if nothing happens. So let me know which you would prefer, because I've been torn between doing the two. Ian says raw. It would be a lot easier for me if I did throw it up raw. Raw. Everybody says raw. Okay, so maybe you could do that. Maybe we could do a polished condensed version and the raw.
Yeah, could do.
The raw ones I can put up quickly. I can put those up very quickly. Everybody's saying raw.
Why don't you put up as Haunted Horizons unedited? I like that.
Haunted Horizons unedited.
And Kirsty, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Well, it's all raw.
All right, well, we'll put the raw up so you get that quick, and then down the track we can do a condensed, cleaned up versions for those who haven't got an attention span. I just want to see the highlights. Jenny says both. Okay, that's helpful. Thank you, guys. It's been playing whether I do or I don't. If it's raw, I can keep this channel going a lot better because I can just keep putting stuff up. So, cool. All right. Beautiful. All right, we're going to sign off because Kag and me, he's still looking at that. I don't know why I've still got that on. I was too busy looking at comments. Because Kag and me have been on for 1 hour and 40 minutes. And I said to Kag,
yes,
we'll only do an hour. It's our night off. You're back at work tomorrow.
I am back at work tomorrow.
You're doing the zoo tomorrow.
I am doing the zoo tomorrow.
I have a night off.
I know you do.
So I could go on to subscribers page and say hi.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys. What we'll do is we're going to sign off. We've been on a lot. Colleen, thank you for support. Okay, you know what I mean.
Thank you, everybody.
The Alison hour, yeah. You know. Hopefully next month, February, we'll start to do more on ghosts and apparitions again. So I've just got to get that time, and the time is coming. We get 3 nights off soon, don't we?
We do. That's going to be a bit strange, actually, having some time off.
I'm sure you will see us. So, and thank you, Colleen. You helped us. You helped us make a decision. That's all I'll say. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks, Sharon, as well. So, all right.
All right.
We're off. Happy New Year, everyone. 2021. I'm excited about it. 2020 was a bit of a shit fest.
At times.
At times. We did well. We're still here. We've still got a sense of humor. We're still good. And we're still going to be here for 2021. And we're only going to get bigger. So we're going to make sure that whatever you want, let us know what you want to see. We're coming back. When are we doing a GhostCast again? Is it next week or the week after?
It's week after.
We are doing, what subject are we doing?
We're doing time slips.
Time slips, guys.
And we have a special guest.
We do. I'm not going to say who it is.
No.
But he's been following that for a long time, hasn't he?
He has been researching it for a while. So, yeah.
So we are going
Don't get overexcited, though.
He's not been on TV.
He's not been on TV. He's not famous.
He's not famous.
In his own lunch hour, he is. But that's about it.
But he's done a lot of research into it. So we're going to talk time slips. So there you go, guys. If you've got any stories, send us some stories and we'll include that. And we are going to go. We keep saying we're going to go. I have things to watch on Netflix. All right. I'm binging Netflix and I only have. Are you only on one?
Yeah, it was a big one though.
Oh my goodness. I had a big one. I'm on two. Oh, I shouldn't have shown that. Sorry, Rosemary. The A fell off. I'm sorry.
You're going to tell her why the A fell off?
Rosemary was great. She bought me those for presents.
Well, no, it wasn't just Rosemary. It was Tracy and
Tracy.
And I got these ones.
Well, no, Tracy, the wine glass that Tracy gave me still has the name on it.
Yeah, well, I've still got all mine because I hand wash mine.
But
Rosemary,
unfortunately, my husband put it in the dishwasher and the letter fell off. Sorry. I'm a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that's given you a bit of a brighter year. We've gone out and we've been so like, and I thought, let's go out and have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a brightness. And it's not all bad. It's not all bad. We're living through history. Remember that. We are living through history. We're part of history. So with that, this time I am saying goodbye. Lovely to see you all. We'll be back in a week or two. I can't remember when it is, but I'll put up a warning on it. Time slips. Back to normal soon. Okay. Catch you later. Bye.
Cheers.
Happy 2021.